Hello, everyone. Um, so, Today I'm going to share about my mental health, and I have been feeling quite off, especially when since the COVID started exactly around 2 years ago, and so it's been like a roller coaster ride. I can't find any other word. But yeah, it sounds like a cliche, but it really has, been quite intense, and I'm sure there are many reasons, that unaware of, and but in a nutshell, like I mentioned before, I started taking Zoloft, and um, it decreases your libido, right? And I sense that it it blocks your emotional, uh, your emotional part of your mind or brain, and in terms of when you see it spiritually, it's basically affecting your third eye, and your ESP, extrasensory perception, is also affected, and on a physical level, it starts affecting your frontal lobe, which is based on decision making, judgment, and all that. So yeah, I started feeling all those things, and a few weeks ago, I was feeling quite anxious, and I thought, maybe I should see a psychiatrist uh, or a therapist. And long story short, I ended up going to a psychiatrist who also does counseling. And I mean, I was getting second thoughts before going there. You start feeling nervous, and your gut knows, your body knows, and it's giving you these signs, but I tend to avoid them most of the time. And anyway, so I went there and I had a session, and I noticed a few things, and that person wasn't really connecting, and upon that, the main thing was, she increased the dosage of Zoloft, and gave me an antipsychotic medicine, for basically she diagnosed me with depression and ADD, and obviously that's what you expect from a doctor or a psychiatrist. They will give you medicine if you like it or not. They want you to listen to them, and anyway, so I was desperate. I Without thinking, I took the medicine. She said it will help you fall asleep and everything. So I took the first day. I slept, for like uh, 12 hours. It was a deep sleep. I was surprised. Okay, maybe it's working. But the medicine was so strong that it it started, amplifying the symptoms of depression and anxiety. It's like I could sense that this is going to increase my depression even more, and I'm becoming dependent on that medicine, because it's like something is electrocuting you, and your body is becoming deficient of those hormones, dopamine or serotonin or whatever. And I was feeling this thing called akathisia, which is uh, uh, complete restlessness, in your it's mentally and physically. and and it was so strange that I tried to contact that psychiatrist, and she basically doesn't really care, or maybe that's how she works. That her protocol is that, her receptionist or assistant, they basically communicate on WhatsApp, and if a person is in deep trouble, they can't do anything about it, and I'm supposed to just send voice messages, and they will be transferring that, and then they'll reply in a day, and it's just. So I just went there once. For the next 3 days it was hell, and I was like, No way, I'm not going there." I mean, it's not like this was the first time. I've had plenty of bad experiences with therapists and all that, and I don't have the patience, and I don't really care. As long as it's affecting my creativity, I am not going to compromise on that, and I have been doing that. Suppressing my my libido, my energy, whatever you want to, and I'm already demotivated, and you know, you, um, you cannot argue with these doctors or whatever. I'm not saying that they are. I mean, they are evil or bad people. No, I'm sure she is a good person, or whoever practices there are all kinds of people in the world. Nobody's perfect, and but I feel that you have to see what works for you. It's as simple as that. You have to see what works for you. Psychiatrists do help people, or medicines do help. It's not like, I mean, taken I am still taking them because I feel a bit dependent, but of course, I want to eventually get out of that. Anyways, so yeah, I would suggest to anybody who is feeling depressed or stuck in life and whatever, try to first get to know yourself, and seek a therapist who actually understands what you're going through, understands things holistically, and they're not focusing, on things superficially or giving you medication. It's better to go to a therapist, I feel, um, unless it's an extreme case, and it's affecting your relations, what and work or whatever. Of course, that's a exceptional case, but whoever you go to, make sure that they are listening and understanding you. They have empathy, and they don't uh, judge you or misunderstand you, because it just screws up your life, and you have to really be careful. I mean, you have to trust the process. The universe is guiding us. You may make a wrong decision, but eventually you will be guided sooner or later. It's like you want to go somewhere, you're driving, and you end up in the wrong lane, right? So it sort of delays your journey, but eventually you will reach your destination. So life is like that. It's reminds me of Alice in the Wonderland, where she's asking the cat, or this, I don't remember the character's name. She asks him, what path should I lead? I don't know where to go, and he says, go, take any road in that case, and you will eventually reach where you need to be. Something like that, and that is such a beautiful uh, thought, because most people, 90% of the people in the world are wired in a linear way, and it's helping them be a part of rat race or that ambitious, you know, life and moving forward, whatever. Of course, everybody's struggling. It's not that there's no judgment here. It's just that this is how people are programmed, right? It's like somebody is programmed as a man, somebody is programmed as a woman, somebody is programmed as a transgender or whatever. You get the idea. So, yeah, I feel that it is really important to talk to somebody, a friend or parent or whoever, or express your emotions in a creative way, especially for highly sensitive people, because we absorb so much and it gets stuck in our bodies, in our aura, these blockages and everything, and they are making us feel like shit. And so, yeah, um, so I am learning to take things one day at a time, and um, my life is far from perfect. I'm grateful for many things in life. I have my own room, my family. I live in a privileged. I belong to a privileged family and everything, and thank God for that. And yeah, so I was uh, last night. I was thinking that um, gratitude is so important in life. The more your vibration is high, you will feel grateful automatically. Just like when your vibration is high, you feel positive and you want to you pray for others, or you think good about others. uh, so the thing about gratitude is not about being simply grateful for what you have. It's about being grateful regardless of what you have or don't have. It's gratitude for just simply being. you know Gratitude is unconditional. Gratitude is unconditional. And the more you think about it, it starts shifting this awareness within you. Just think about it. Gratitude is unconditional. Gratitude is unconditional. No expectations. Remove that I should be spiritual, or I should be a saint, or I should be this savior. No, just focus on your, when you're meditating, you're not thinking about your chores or your mundane routine or your whatever, right? They do sort of uh, move around your head, in the form of these images and sounds, but they will fade away. And that's, the point of meditation is to return to your natural state. Um, so yeah, if you have been uh, into soul searching and would like to meditate deeper, and I would suggest that, and I will work on that as well, that you focus on who you truly are. Means not simply a personality of that is itself a worldly thing. Your true self, as in the truth, the self, you know whatever you want to call it. It has no name or form in reality, but it exists in infinite forms at the same time. And so the more one is focused on that, because we are so we're bombarded with infinite information, false information, or lower vibrational frequencies, that they create these impressions upon our psyche, our soul, and they block us from seeing what is, which is right here and now. All sages and saints, seekers, mystics have been, they have been saying this in their poems or their art through their lectures or whatever, you know, that just be here now, just be present, and be with the breath. And I mean, it is that is the real challenge, to live in this world and not be of the world, you know. So yeah, don't compare yourself with anybody. Your journey is unique. Your soul is unique, and you need faith more than anything. That trust the process. Yourself, God is always with you. It is guiding you, and it wants the best for you, and you have to communicate with that. Whatever you want to call it, your guru or whatever. It's all that's a totem. But what matters is that you stay sincere or true to that. Feel it as if that deity, God, creator, higher power, yourself, is present in front of you. And yeah, so that is what prayer is: communicating with your inner self or the Holy Spirit, the higher self, God, and that's why people usually withdraw from the noise and the busy life, and go somewhere in seclusion where there is stillness, because the more people are in nature or in silence, they can connect with their true self, and that's how you begin to heal. And yeah, that is extremely important. So yeah, the I mean, it's good that we are advancing, uh, at a rapid pace. Time is moving faster. If you notice that it feels like things are accelerating now, and it will increase. I feel as time moves, as things uh, move on. For example, 50 years from now, I will probably not be here, but what matters is that uh, people in that era will be experiencing a completely different level of consciousness, and they will be programmed, or they will be uh, adjusted to that frequency so that they can be compatible, you know, with that reality, so that they're able to function. And that is what you see right now. And it's always been like that, when we talk about survival of the fittest and all these things. So yeah, obviously everybody is in their own reality. There's no doubt about that. And we can talk for, days about it. So, yeah, I'm going to end my session here and continue soon. So, take care. Bye bye.